Hartwig Fischer described the situation as extremely serious, announcing his resignation as director of the British Museum with immediate effect. He takes full responsibility for fiasco theft of objects in Greek and Roman section museum. Very bluntly, Fischer said, "I have been thoroughly examining incidents and investigations into thefts at British Museum over past few days. It is clear that British Museum has not responded sufficiently comprehensively to the warnings issued in 2021 and to problem that has now fully emerged. Responsibility for this failure ultimately rests on the director. Must belong." On July 28, Fischer announced that he would resign. But that was 3 weeks before the news about the theft broke out. In his statement of departure, he stated that he would leave next year, stating that it was thought to happen in the summer. However, devastating impact of announcement of theft on August 16 changed situation. Fischer submitted his resignation to museum president George Osborne today and said he would resign as soon as the board makes an interim leadership arrangement. Normally, in such a case, the assistant director is appointed interim deputy director. However, Fischer's deputy director, Jonathan Williams, himself is also involved in the theftHe, is accused of failing to come to terms with previous charges. Fischer also retracted Wednesday's statement in which he criticized Danish expert Ittai Gradel, who warned the museum against thefts in 2021. "I also misjudged what I said about Dr. Gradel earlier this week. I would like to retract these words by expressing my deepest regrets." As Fischer resigned, he apologized. "The situation the museum is facing is extremely serious. I sincerely believe it will get through this moment and get stronger. But sadly I have come to the conclusion that my presence is a distraction. That's the last thing I want. In the last 7 years, I've been with some of the most talented and dedicated public servants. The British Museum is an amazing institution and it has been my life's honor to lead it." Osborne accepted Fischer's resignation and added he acted with dignity in facing the mistakes made. No one doubted Hartwig's integrity, dedication to his work, or love for the museum. The trustees will now make an interim arrangement that will ensure the museum has the leadership necessary to get through this turbulent period, while we learn from lessons about what went wrong and use them to develop plans for a strong future. The museum has a mission for generations. We learn, we will regain our trust, and we deserve to be appreciated once again. Update: George Osborne, Chairman British Museum's Board Trustees, told BBC Radio 4 today that museum has begun recovering some stolen artifacts with help its antiquities community. He responded by saying that he was working closely with police. He estimates that about 2,000 items were lost. The proposed independent review will examine how museum missed some